What's up, YouTube? Airborne Cow here. We're going to do an analysis video on my Combo Breaker matches. Combo Breaker was awesome. I highly recommend you attend a major to anyone. Uh, and I especially recommend Combo Breaker. It's my only big fighting game tournament event I've ever done, but it was an awesome experience. I got to take my picture with Nee. I got to watch a lot of awesome Tekken matches, a lot of especially the upset for Super Akuma. That was awesome to see uh, the the player take the W there because he was definitely the underdog. But it was just an awesome tournament overall. Arslan Ash and Nee in the grand finals. Hype set, obviously. Um, I'm a big Nee fan. But I do definitely like to see Arslan Ash up there, and it was kind of expected to see those two Tekken giants go at it uh, at the end, and I'm just glad that the venue is so successful that it brings in that kind of talent. And there was talent from all over the world. Um, I got to meet other pros that I didn't know really well, but it was still like, oh wow, and just see their talents and everything. And it was, bottom line, awesome experience. So first up, we have Lucky Chloe, and I did take the L here. Um, my hands were really shaking, uh, really shaking during every single match. There wasn't a single match I calmed down for where my hands were not shaking on my arcade stick, unfortunately. But I think that it was just the size of the tournament and everything that kind of had the nerves set in because I have done a few small local things and never have I did not feel the same way at this. So I really think that it takes going to these to get used to it before you settle in. And also, I play on PC, and going from PC to PS4, I could be completely wrong, and maybe it's my opinion, but there was some serious input lag at first. I was trying to backstep at first, and I was legitimately just walking and did not understand why it felt like I couldn't move. As you see the match progress, you see my movement get a little bit better, but by that time it is far too late. This Lucky Chloe just has it. And I believe this was a sponsored player as well. You could tell this was a talented player that I played, and I got a bye, so of course I was fighting in second round of winners. So I was already up against somebody who just won a match and was warmed up. So there's that too. I kind of wish I got to start at the very beginning of the bracket instead of getting the bye. I don't think that it might not have changed the outcome, but there's would have been a better chance that we were both not warmed up. Um, but all right, let's get to it. So he picked Lucky Chloe, and I was like, oh no, this is exactly what I did not want to see. I did not expect him to throw that armor right off the bat. Usually I do duck. If this was an online match, I would have ducked that immediately. Because Lucky Chloe's like to start the round with that. It's just I thought it's combo breaker. I saw this guy's name on Start GG and he had a sponsor. So I thought, well, he probably won't start the round with something like that. And that was not the case. Here I did, yep. And here I dropped this. I do want to say that I do want to pause it here because I do want to say I realized that I did not do the back forward 2-4. And the reason is because that would have dropped anyway because forward 2-3 hit too high in that scenario. So to compensate, I did down forward 1-2 to just try to save myself, and it didn't work. It wasn't that bad, but that really it ruined. I probably could have taken the match here if that hadn't happened, because I would have had an wall opportunity. But yeah, you see, I'm having trouble moving backwards here. I'm not doing my typical movement. I'm just getting clobbered. I start pressing buttons because I just need some space so I can figure out what's going on with the buttons and the lag here. And I finally do get a little bit of space, but like I said, by that time it's just too late. Here I'm actually gonna restart because there was a couple of things. Um, because this is an analysis video, so I want to. All right. So here I'm getting poked to death. Here, I thought that string was punishable, okay? I definitely thought that string right here was punishable, and then I got hop kicked for it. So let's watch that again. Okay, so that when she spins around, that is not punishable. And I should have did a mid check, and I was really guilty at the start of this. I was throwing a lot of ones to try to get my turn back here, and I feel like they caught on to that, and then, because I wasn't mid checking at all. And Heihachi's got a brilliant down forward one, so I don't know why. Get him with the green rake strats here. No wall. Yeah, good job, Airborne. Should have sidestepped there, but it was one of those things, like, I just wasn't ready for it. I didn't get as much warm up as I would have liked on the PS4 systems. Yeah. At some point, I do finally stop attacking and just try to move and get myself composed, and that does help as I do that. But you have to catch on quick here because it's a first to two. I'm not stepping anything here. Very aggressive. Yeah. I got 3-0'd. It was really sad to go out 3-0 like that. That stick shaking on the screen's probably mine. I don't know why I was scared. It's not like I was actually gonna get beat up or anything. It was just like, it's just the nerves, man. I do think here I start mentally becoming better. Now, was that punishable or was I just checking there? It was okay. Yeah, I checked there. That back kick. I thought that back kick was punishable. I really did. Oh, there's 2 hits to it. Yeah, right there. There's 2 hits to that, and she only did the one. And that's why I couldn't do anything about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, a Lucky Chloe player that I'm used to playing online would have did the double kick, and then I would have been able to punish that. She did not. So when I tried to take my turn, there was nothing I could do. Here we go. And then I start moving a little bit. My electrics, I think game 3 is when my electrics finally started like actually being okay, but it was still too late. Yeah. Another thing, it was really hard because it was just me and my friend, and the players I was going against usually had like a posse around them. I wish I would have like sidestepped and did back four there. So they had like everyone behind him, and I was just like kind of like the villain, with the lesser fans. I feel like that's how it always seems. The villain doesn't have all the fans. Yeah. I believe I do take this round somehow, and I do break that. So my friend did say, "Oh, I didn't. Why did I get 3-0'd both times? I thought I at least got one round. I got double 3-0'd. Oh man. Yeah, sounds about right. I was really getting it handed to me there. Um, but yeah, that lucky Chloe player. Um, that was one of those things. Like I think that if I had kept playing him, I could have got a few. But there was, I feel like if I had gotten better, he would have because he was definitely just a good player, and I could tell. Here's my next match versus a Brian, and this Brian was kind of sick. This Brian also said that he primarily played on PC, and going from the PC to the PS4 was hard for him. He still hit a taunt jet upper on me, which I gotta say, almost lost my composure a little bit um, on this one. I was not shaking at the start of the match as much. I decided that what I was going to do this time as I prepared was take a really long time getting set up. I actually sat down, opened up my bag, unraveled my fight stick very, very casually, took my time, made sure it was all unwound and all untangled and everything, and then even got my drink out and I set it down on the ground beside me to kind of give both the illusion that I was very calm and that I was using the time it took to get ready to compose myself. I still did some weird stuff, and well, we get to see all that. Yep, 1+2 break there. Being patient getting off the ground was one of my best tools here. Ah, yeah. I remember thinking like, dang it. Gotta watch out for that orbital. He did really like to attack at the beginning of matches. I'm pretty sure I got that pretty quite a few times. Here it is. I got taunt jet upper. Man, that was. I feel like that combo was I don't know. I think he was surprised when he got it. Still got the round. Yeah, that sidestep meant everything. That sidestep punish with the rage drive. You see, what I was really surprised is the players I played. I mean, besides the lucky Chloe player, the movement backwards and in and around wasn't all that great. There's the airborne cow staple right there. Probably not the best choice of a combo, but I didn't want to get sidewalled and everything. All right, time for a comeback. At this point, I start getting really comfortable. And right there, when I was walking, that was definitely me having some input struggles again. Don't know where I was gonna jump to there, but I think I was gonna do up forward 1-4 just because. I mean 3-4 just because. Yep, got snake edge. I started panicking up there when I did down forward 1-2. He could have won the round with that while standing for, I think. Yeah, I did that quite a few times too. Mess up the pickup for that. And then and there was another PS4ism there, not getting the run in. The run in for Heihachi's combos is not hard, but oof. And now he's gonna switch to an infinite stage to try to keep me out. But he was an aggressive Brian, so the infinite stage I don't think really worked for him. Whereas the infinite stage for the other Brian I fight next worked very well for him. And then I switched it to the arena to kind of put him in the kill box to keep him next to me. Yeah. I think he almost wanted walls just for the combo sake, but like then he just went infinite Azure just to. I would think that the infinite Azure would be Brian's a good place for Brian, but with the wall, I feel like that's where you start getting your taunt setups and everything. So I don't know. I guess he felt. Honestly, I felt like it was so close that the stage switch wasn't necessary. If I 3-0'd him and it was because of the close quarters, then maybe not switch. But doing down back two with Brian for a poke, that was interesting. Yep, there I go messing up my pickups again. And like I never miss those pickups online, that's the other thing. But yeah, also my opponents I realized didn't know how to deal with down back two into down forward full crouch down forward four or the while standing four follow up, which is what I like to use when people start hop kicking and stuff. I think the best way to deal with it is probably a sidestep duck or something because that'll evade the while standing four, and then you have the full crouch. Uh, but then Heihachi's might do forward forward too, which is something that I would do if I knew you were that kind of player. There we go. Yeah, I was really nervous when I missed that forward three. He started playing very, very patient. I was really surprised he did that, and I was thinking he was going to retaliate with wall rising four, so I sidestepped. But I really think that I should. I've been told not to pre-plan, but I like can't. I sometimes I can't help it. I'm like, okay, now he's gonna do this because I did this last time or something. There, I pressed out of that to stop him. With me, the rage drive's always incoming. Yeah, I die here. The thinking is gonna go low. There we go. Now we get the pickup. I was looking for a retaliation there because I did that. Down back two, down back two, cancel, down back two. All right. Now we have the last one, and this was kind of the most hype set compared to the other two, I think, because it was just like a nail biter. Um, and yeah, but our first match was in an infinite stage, and I was kind of like, oh man, not this. But yeah, and you can't skip. Another thing is you see the intros playing. That that's because the PS4 is in tournament mode, so you can't skip the intros. I thought at first I was like, wow, no one's skipping their intros. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that confident myself, but yeah, you couldn't help that. Yeah, now this Brian liked to play keep out. That was a duckable string, but I really didn't think anyone would throw that. Uh, yeah, should have ducked that too. I think that was both could have been tournament nerves and just one of those things where it's like that's not something I get every time. So got the parry, missed input there. Although sometimes I do a follow up two forward 2-3 because it'll counter hit if they're too slow on their get up. So I guess that's on me that I got hit there. Float them. I was surprised at the lack of punishment, but I will say like even like Brian's punishment uh, isn't that crispy. I cannot believe he blocked that. Start see you can tell that now I have my movement down. Now I'm Korean backdashing and stuff, but it's just like I really needed at the beginning. Yeah, I'm just getting clobbered here. Finally get a punish. Yeah, this guy was good at blocking the lows. Grabbed him, got him. He could have orbital there and it would have been all over. I can't believe the pushback on Brian's wall rising one. I don't know why I was doing that. I did that a few times. Sidestep two, not to do anything, but just for like a poke to kind of like try to keep him from coming in. And here we go. Get him with the stomp. So this is the round where I blow it. This is where I should have had more of an opportunity to win this entire set because I punished down forward 2-3 with 1-1-2 and that doesn't reach. Heihachi's 1+2 reaches, and I do use that in the next set. It's either the next set or the one after that. I actually think that he didn't use it in the next match. And you can see that I'm finally getting him. I thought that was punishable. I should not have done that. 1+2, that's where I could have won it right there. 1+2 would have won it right there. Also, I could have ducked that one. I could have ducked that. I could not believe. And like that's something I know. Like that's something that I know. I know that's not punishable because I play Brian and I did 1-1-2 because for just whatever reason, like completely forgetting, I could not believe I tried to punish that. But I could have ducked right there and won the entire game as well. And then he does this, and I could have used 1+2 and won the game. And then I just die. It's those two mistakes there, those two game-winning mistakes there, cost me my entire tournament career at Combo Breaker. So that's when I say I'm both happy and disappointed in myself. I could have had two. I could have had two W's. I only had one. Maybe next year, Tekken 8. Maybe Tekken 7 will be there too, and I'll play them both. I don't know. That could be fun. So I picked the arena stage this time to keep him in. That way there'd be no place for him to go because I was struggling with the keep out. And what's funny is like he started pressuring as soon as I picked this stage, and I think that was so he didn't end up with his back at the wall. Yeah, I punished that. I was really happy with that patience. I actually learned to punish that while I played like one game or something against Smiling Tiger with Brian, and I realized that down forward 1-1 after the first two is, or after the first one is punishable. It's -10. But you have to know when he's going to end it is the trick. That again, 1+2 would have reached, and 1-1-2 didn't. That one I wasn't, I didn't know off the top of my head, or I guess like during the games I didn't know any of them off the top of my head. But that was one of them. Like even if that I really like just knew was punishable, but I didn't know that I really couldn't reach. It wasn't like, oh, I can't believe I did that. It was, wow, I just learned something here. And here, I'll sidestep this. Boom, boom. It's important to sidestep. That's, there we go. There's the 1+2 for that punish. And that's what I needed the last game. Down one is a great spring kick snuff. Or get up kick snuff, depending on the Oki. I wonder if he tried to rage art there, or actually, I think I actually, my hands were probably shaking so bad I pressed that. And now, I honestly didn't even see him pick the stage, and I was surprised he picked a walled stage at all. I mean, I guess if we took it downstairs, then the walls are pretty far away, but I don't know if it was like an honor thing, like, yeah, really good at keep out, but I don't want the kill box. Um, so maybe it was like trying to give me a chance and giving him a chance as well because it was the last one. And here he did start kind of YOLOing some moves here. Punish that. Yep. And here, why did I do that? I don't know. Down 4-1-2 instead of just a wall combo. What a terrible decision. And here's where he kind of starts throwing forward like that. Yeah, that was. I didn't even whiff anything there, you know? But he just starts doing that this game, and for some reason, it's just like it hits every time. It was like everything hit. Any launcher he wanted to throw, it hit this game. Now that I think's a one break, but I did not know that at the time. I didn't even know Brian had a different command throw besides the 1+2. But I don't main Brian, so felt a little bit inspired by these Brian players. They were teaching me some stuff. That was sad. That was like hit me at the very tip range of that. Then I pressed there. It was like, oh man. And I should have stayed in rage. I should have did back 1-2 because I had so much time ground to make up yet. Yeah, that's the end. But yeah, all in all, like I definitely think there was things I could have done better, and if I had done those things, I would have won. But um, given the nerves and the circumstances that I was under, and the definite lack of me being able to deal with that kind of pressure, uh, I think that I played well. Um, I'll tell you what, there ranked is nothing compared to that. The nerves of that. So I'm actually hoping that it made me a little bit better of a player, and as I get back on into Tekken and um, start my climb to Mighty Ruler with Kazi again, I'll be able to make adjustments and get better at the game. But yeah, um, that's all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to watch this video. Uh, I'm going to keep on that grind, keep trying to get better. Yeah, and I hope you do too. So, all right, Airborne Cow out.